Good morning. Friday. Good morning, everybody. Friday, the 23rd of May. We're getting there. Almost through the month. Yeah. Things stream up here. Let's get things connected and get get us out on Instagram. And here we go. Yeah. Pop in the chat. How are you doing? Good to see you guys. It's been a week. A little bit of travel on the front end, or midway, I guess. And back into the Earth's atmosphere and shoveling shit against the tide for a little bit. But we're doing it. So we'll see who jumps on here and say good morning to everybody. Man, it's time to build out my next bunch of days too. And if you guys have any topics or things you think you'd like me to cover, do a 10-day series on. I have some fun with that, building that stuff out. So pop it in the chat. Dave Howard, good morning. How are you, buddy? Good to see you. Yeah, so I've been having some fun with that, just kind of mixing it up a little bit. Today, we're wrapping up a 10-day series on discipline. And I'm going to talk today about how it's built, not born, and that discipline is a skill, not a trait. TGIF to all. Yeah, absolutely. Nothing like a Friday, right? A little rainy and crappy here in Maine, but we did enjoy some warm weather in Texas earlier in the week and over the weekend. Last weekend, I think it hit 94 one day. In Houston, it was good to see a bunch of people. So Aaron Callie is watching. Good to see you, my friend. Yeah, if you guys have businesses too, pop them in the chat, pop your website in the chat. Good morning, Richard Nordheim. Good morning, Rachel Berlin. Good to see you. Yeah, good morning, Aaron. Good to see everybody this morning. Vacation begins in 5 hours. Yeah, there you go, man. All right, I love it. Do anything special, Dave? We're hoping to get out this weekend and do a little something. Memorial Day on Monday. There's Richard at enhancedrenovations.com. Yeah. Aaron, pop your website in there, buddy. Aaron does some great landscape design, architecture for outdoor living types of things. Good stuff. Looks like Wendy's joined us. There's my comments. I appreciate you. Yeah. Good to see you guys. Maybe kayaking, bike riding. Good for you. Be safe. Kayaking. Oof, it'll be cold water. Yeah, be safe on that. If you're getting out for this weekend, holiday weekend, this marks the time, really the beginning for us in the Sebago Lakes region here in Maine, where we have to deal with what we call the out-of-staters, the people that was supposed to be so grateful for driving our economy. But really, it's like you need to go get your bread and milk on Thursday because you're not getting up through North Windham after 4 p.m. on Thursday. We typically head the other direction, well, north, and go up to camp. So a lot of times in years past, we've done that, so we haven't had to deal with it. The old vacation traffic and Memorial Day kickoff to the season. So, but if you're getting out, be safe. Don't have too much T-tussies, and if you do, be careful. So, but welcome everybody. Glad to see you here today. Wrapping up a 10-day series on discipline today, how discipline wins. And today I want to talk about how discipline is built, not born. It's a skill, not a trait. And that it's not a natural gift. Good morning, Roy Dahl. Discipline is a skill you can cultivate. And the more you practice, the better you get. Okay. It's kind of like sales, right? It's like I always say, it's a diminishing skill. So is discipline. Yeah. Aaron's got his website under construction. There's his Instagram. Good morning, Mark Bunka from the Commonwealth of Massachusetts. Josh Baker's an 8. That sounds good to me because I hope you're feeling better today, buddy. So, yeah, you don't need to be naturally disciplined, guys. You need to decide to build the skill of discipline just one day at a time. just stacking days, right? Just winning each day, stacking them up. Like any skill, discipline requires practice, patience, and actually intentionality. We have to be trying to do it, right? We've got to work at it. It's not about being born with willpower. Oh, he's just so disciplined. It's about practicing small, consistent actions and just until they become second nature. All right. Then we're just doing it. You don't need to be naturally disciplined. You just need to commit to building the skill. Most people think that discipline is something that you're born with. Nope. Truth is, it's something that you can learn. So if you feel right now that you're not disciplined, we can fix that. All right. So we're going to talk about why discipline is a skill you can build today and how to practice it every day until it becomes automatic. All right. The secret to success is learning how to be disciplined in small things consistently. Don't know who said that quote, so I'll claim it. Bob Turner. Good morning. Nazmul Hossein, MD. Good to see you. Appreciate you following along. Yeah, so many people think that they don't need to be disciplined to succeed, but you really do. That some people are just born with self-control, or, oh, he's out doing his stuff every day. I wish I was like that. But the truth is, it's just built over time, and by making the decision to build it just like a muscle. You weren't born with the ability to walk, right? You didn't come out just strolling along. You had to learn, and you had to learn through repetition. The discipline works the same way. The more you practice it, the easier it becomes. Simple as that. Right? There's a process to it, right? Start small, build gradually. Discipline is something you build up like a layer, day by day, day to day. Boom, 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 stacking up, one on top of the other. The more consistent you are, the stronger your discipline becomes. Get committed to it. It leads to just doing things automatically. Once you've built the muscle, it becomes part of your identity. It's who you are. You're disciplined. You don't have to think about whether to take a disciplined action. You just do it. That's when you know you've arrived. So how do you build it like a skill? Simple, right? Well, if it was easy, everybody would be doing it and everybody would be disciplined, right? But just start small with some habits you can accomplish every day. Easy stuff like, whatever it is, making your bed or something like that. The key to is to build the just build repetition, build on the repetition, I should say, until the behavior is automatic. We're just doing it, like I said, making your bed every morning and writing one sentence in your journal. Just starting something that you can do daily. You can accomplish without fail. Just build that habit. It's like that guy that his coach told him to just go to the gym every day and go in the parking lot and sit for 5 minutes and go home. Then the next week, go inside for 5 minutes and do one exercise and go home and then build from there, right? He just formed a habit. Wendy's here. She's at 9.5. Good morning. And then embrace the power of habit. So discipline is easier when it becomes a habit. Let's make it a habit. Identify a behavior that you want to turn into a habit. Think about that for a minute while we're doing this, whether it's exercise or eating healthily or, and then just commit to it every day for 30 days. See if you can do that. Write it down, track it. It'll make discipline feel effortless over time. And then we want to take advantage of that compound effect, right? Small, consistent actions compound over time, just like compound interest, right? You may not see dramatic change at first on day one, but hey, after 30, 60, 90 days, you might find the results to be profound. Who knows, right? Don't know if you don't try. That compounding stuff, that effect works for both good and bad habits, guys. Keep that in mind. So practice the good ones, and the results will speak for themselves. If you kind of let go of the good habits, you start having the bad habits, those compound, all of a sudden now we're really headed downhill, right? And then just get comfortable being uncomfortable. Get comfortable with discomfort. Discipline it's not about being comfortable all the time. It's about doing what needs to be done, even when it's uncomfortable. All right? And it's not, good morning, Pat Johnston. Yeah, the more you push yourself in moments of discomfort, the easier it becomes to show up when things get tough, right? We practice that stuff. Okay? How about a little skill building plan for discipline? Oh, Bob, yeah, that's great. How do we do it? You seem pretty disciplined. I would argue sometimes I'm not very disciplined, but I'm working at it. I'm aware of it. We're going to talk about self-awareness, start that tomorrow in our 10-day series, I think. I think that's what I've got up next. But here's what we can do. Pick one small task or habit you've been struggling to stay consistent with. And then just break that down into the smallest possible action that you can do daily. And commit to doing it every day for 7 days. Let's get you going. No excuses. Then after 7 days, just reflect. How has this new discipline become part of who I am? Coffee number 3, 67 on the sleep score last night. Woke up at, I don't know, 1. The wheel started spinning on world domination and things like that. That cost me an hour. Oh, well. Coming off an 85 the night before, which is, I think, the highest ever. So anyway, guys, discipline's a skill. It's a skill you need to work on. Good morning from Buenos Aires, my friend. Good to see you, Steve. Speaking of disciplined, there's a guy that won't take your excuses. So you don't need more willpower. You just need practice. You gotta work on this stuff. You need that, build that discipline muscle. I guarantee when Steve gets off the plane, he's going to the gym. No matter if it's 2 a.m. or 2 p.m., doesn't matter. He's getting his stuff in. One small action at a time. Discipline's not a gift. It's a skill, guys. We weren't born with it. You can train it just like any other muscle in your body. Okay, so pop a fist pump in there if you believe me, if it resonated with you, if you think that, hey, maybe I'll identify something today. Hey, it's Friday. It's a great time to be thinking, what is it that didn't go well this week? Where did I go short? Where did I let myself down? How can I come out guns a-blazing next week? All right. Maybe it's meal prepping. Maybe it's just getting to that gym. Maybe it's just going for that walk, getting up and moving. Yeah. Hit me with those fist pumps, guys. I appreciate it. Good to see you, Matt Blood. So, yeah, think about it. 10 days on discipline. Did you get something out of it? Okay. We're wrapping this up right now. We started with discipline over motivation, right? Hey, we can go rah, 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 but, discipline's a choice. And we talked about the power of the personal standard. Default to action, the discipline flywheel. We talked about discipline with time and emotion, and making good decisions discipline-wise right in the moment. We talked about starting over, right? And how discipline isn't rigid. It's a structure that frees you, actually. It's not, oh, you can't do this and you can't do that, and I don't eat this and I don't eat that. It's a structure that frees you. We talked yesterday about how to train it like a muscle. And finally, today, we talked about it being built, not born. Discipline is a skill, guys. Look at it as such. You can't look at, say, somebody like Steve and go, wow, he's lucky. He's disciplined. Nope. It's a choice he makes every single day. Every day. Guaranteed there's a bunch of days when he doesn't want to do it. Right? Day 148 in a row, going live, hashtag live 365, we call it. And there's been a couple of days where it wasn't convenient. And it was been easier to do other things, or where I traveled and came home and shit, we got to unpack, we got to eat something, we got to take a shower, whatever. Boom, came down here and did day 146. Because it was important to me to establish that habit, that consistency, and to be the example to you guys. To be disciplined and to work on it and to show you that it's a choice every day that we have to make. Okay. All right. Well, I hope you got something out of that 10-day series. As I said before, and I'm still working on the best way to do that, to reduce those to a PDF that I can put out that's just kind of bullet points and something that I can deliver. Maybe we'll use it on the website as a lead magnet or something like that. But I'll chat with Tyler about that. Wendy will pop some links in here in the chat if she hasn't started to already. If you guys need a 30-minute free consult, hit me up. I got a couple of them today. I'm excited about chatting with people and seeing where I can help them. And just having a good time overall. Got together with Steve Rosenberg yesterday, shot a podcast for his podcast. And don't know when that'll be out, but that was a fun conversation. He was firing questions at me left and right. And I wasn't prepared, but I did all right. Good morning, Carmen. Good to see you on the West Coast. Yeah, up early, up and at 'em. So yeah, I was working this morning. I'm building out the next 10-day series. That's going to be fun. So guys, keep tuning in. We got hundreds of days to go of this. And it's going to be fun. We're really just getting started, and it's been fun. And I don't know. I believe this to be true, that I was a lot more comfortable speaking in Houston than I was when we had our Edge event here in Maine, and I all I can attribute it to is just doing it every day and really just getting the reps in. So it really wasn't the motivation or the reason I started, but it's been a welcome positive from it, which was, I felt more comfortable. I've looked at some video. I looked more comfortable. Um, Rachel, who's my ideal client? Male, 35 to 65, contractor struggling with life and business. That's how quickly you guys should be able to answer that. That's ideal. Doesn't mean I wouldn't work with a female. Doesn't mean I wouldn't work with a business owner, but you asked ideal. So yeah, if you guys can't spit that out as quickly as I just did, then you need to do some work on who your ideal client is. So how did I get to know that? Looking at the people that I'm working with, who's most attracted to working with me, and asking the current clients that I have, hey, why did you hire me? Check it out. You get some good answers. Check out the YouTube channel. We need one more, and we'll hit 270 subscribers. So the goal's 400 by the end of the year. See if we hit it. You don't hit it if you don't speak it. So we'll throw that out there. Keep inviting to the Summit Facebook group, guys. We're gonna hit 2,000 soon. I know we are, especially if Dave Howard's on vacation and he doesn't have anything to do. Just keep inviting. Hit that blue button in the upper right-hand corner and make no assumptions. Well, I don't think they'd get much out of it. Well, I don't know. I don't want them thinking I'm doing this personal development thing. I won't invite them. I won't share Bob's live because, that might show people that I'm working on myself, and somebody might shit on me and ask me what that's all about. Did that strike a chord with anyone? Thank you, Luke, and I think it was Mark Bunker who both shared the live yesterday. I appreciate you guys, and it really truly it makes a difference, guys. And honestly, it's what's that old saying? Help enough people get what they want, and you eventually get what you want. I don't know if it was a Zig Ziglar one or a Jim Rohn or somebody. Certainly wasn't me, but that's what I'm doing. I'm just trying to help people, trying to move the needle, get exposed, get some reps in, be consistent. And during my talk, one of the things that I did with my talk on Tuesday in Houston was help people find their edge. And in so I had to say what my edge is. And I don't know if I've ever shared that with you guys. It is the example that I am to others. And that's the edge. That's what I bring to the table that I feel others don't. Where I go when the shit hits the fan and how I show up differently than others. So ask you that same thing. What is your edge? Think about that today. And maybe the discipline series helped you with that. Maybe you're a person that that needs to think a little bit more about that and realize that we're just not bumbling down the track here going through life, that there's an end to this, and we're all only here for a little while. And I always say I'm not going to be looking for any change back when I'm done. Steve asked me yesterday on the podcast, I think one of the questions was what I wanted to leave for a legacy. And you'll have to wait and hear the podcast, but there was some interesting things there. And I would ask you guys that. What do you want to leave behind? What do you want people saying about you when it's over? I'm 55. I was like 30 yesterday. Right? It goes quickly. So anyway, guys, it's Friday. Nothing new after 2, no more after 4. No, wait, no, that's a different conversation. That's job site talk. Wait a minute. Oh, wait, let me switch. Run through the finish line. Guys, work on your own little way of world domination, right? In your own corner, whatever you're doing. Go a little bit harder today. Go a little bit longer. Spend a little bit more time. Do that one more rep. It's a great book, Ed Milet's The Power of One More. Love that. I re-listened to Who Not How on the airplane. What's going to be on your tombstone? Yeah. Bob Turner came from a place of service, helper of people, gatherer of people, good dad, great husband, awesome son, top-notch brother. Those are things that matter to me. Notice I didn't say millionaire yet. It's on there. It's on there. But those are the things that are important first is the impact that I have on others. And this is a way that I'm working on that. So I would encourage you to find your own way. Okay. We all get caught up in doing all the things all the time. And sometimes we don't look beyond the end of our nose at how we might be able to help somebody. They're out there. Look for them. People that need you. I think it was a Frisella thing I was looking at today on Instagram this morning about, hey, if you're feeling like shit or you're down or you're struggling, look around. Who needs to hear from you? Thanks, Dave. I appreciate you, and have a great vacation. Yeah, and who needs to hear from you? And that so many times has helped me kind of snap out of it. Matt Blood, the book I'm reading now, had a chapter about the dash between the dates on your tombstone. Pay more attention to the dash. Yep, it's just the dash. That's what we're in, right? Yeah, and it could all be over tomorrow. You never know. You never know. We visited Jimmy in the hospital on Wednesday. We stepped off the plane, took a right, and headed for Maine Med. And glad we did. Got a chance to see him, but you just never know when it's and he's fighting and he's not giving up. He's got too many people that love him to give up. So I'm proud of him, and we'll go in and see him again. And he's doing well. He's doing better. But it's an uphill battle. The deck is definitely stacked against him. But he's been there before and come back. So anyway, keep him in your thoughts and prayers. I call him my Tuesdays with Maury guy. And if you've ever read that book, you know what I'm talking about. So if you haven't read it, grab it. Tuesdays with Maury by Mitch Albom. Good one. Steve asked me what my favorite book was yesterday. The one that I've read that's had the most impact. And it definitely was Extreme Ownership by Jocko and Leaf Babin. Jocko Willink, Leaf Babin. Check that one out. That's a good one. Great lessons in there. And that's really when I started to figure out that everything in my business that happened, good or bad, was really on me, right? And I could just tie it back to myself. So Rachel says, love helping others find what lights them up. Yeah, heck yeah. So ask yourself that, guys, today. What lights you up? Go do some epic stuff this weekend. Stay safe. And if you have Tima Tusis, keep it between the lines. Don't drive. Help one another out. If there are people on this thread and they're not on your friends list, get them on there. And then maybe get rid of some naysayers, right? So don't let people tell you can't. Don't listen to the noise. All right? Get yourself into the right rooms. So anyway, we'll throw some more links in. I appreciate you guys. Love you all. It's been a great Friday. We'll be back here tomorrow morning. I'm not sure if we're hiking tomorrow or not. If we do, and it screws this up a little bit one way or the other, I'll just put a post out so you know when to expect it. So, all right, guys, have a great day. Be good to one another. Help each other out. And have a great Memorial Day weekend. I hope you'll come and join me over the weekend. All right, see ya.